Welcome again to the channel Trade Break. We will be looking at a small business plan, and these are the different elements of the small business plan. We have 1, description of business; 2, justification of location; 3, selection of appropriate labor; 4, source of fixed and working capital; 5, role of the entrepreneur; 6, type of service; 7, quality control measure; 8, use of technology; 9, linkages; 10, potential for growth; 11, government regulation; and 12, ethical issues. So these are the elements of a small business plan, and based on what is required by CXC for you to write a small business plan, these elements will be used and will be developed in creating this small business plan. So please stick with me as we go through the different sections or the different elements in writing this small business plan, so you can be assisted in writing your personal small business plan. If you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please do so, and let us go for this small business plan. Alright, so let us start with the first element, description of business. So in the description of business, you will be having the name of the business itself, and in this case we have Orville's Electrical Services, and you will need to find out who the owner is. So the owner for this small business plan is Orville Brown, and where is this business located? The business is located at 21 Main Street, Mapen, Clarendon. So in the description of business, you will need to have all of these parts to give you a proper description of the business. So we have the name of the business, the person owning the business, the location of the business, and you can include as well what is the purpose of this business, but you don't necessarily need to go that far. Now let me read what I have here. It says Orville Electrical Services is a small size business owned and operated by Orville Brown. The Orville's Electrical Services is located at 21 Main Street, Clarendon, and will be providing electrical services to customers in and around neighboring parishes of Clarendon. So this is the description of business in the small business plan. So the second element of the small business plan is the justification of location. And why is it that you need to justify where the business is located? This is important because where a business is located is necessary. And if you locate a business in some bush, you know that the business may not strive much. But if you locate it in an area where persons have easy access to, this will allow persons to be able to come to your business place and will be able to come there with ease, probably taking a taxi, taking just coming from their home, maybe walking or so on. But the business place, you must have easy access to it. So it cannot be something that is within some area that you have to, ask directions. It is not good for your business. So justification of location should include, let me just read what is here. Orville's Electrical Services chose the location at 21 Main Street, Clarendon, because of its central positioning of the parish to other parishes and the ease access to customers in and around the parish. So your customers should have easy access to your business. It is not a situation where you are hiding. It is a business that you have, and you need to ensure that the customers can find you and can find you easily. Okay, so the third aspect of the business plan is a selection of appropriate labor. Now, you don't want to select or to get workers that you don't need. You want to ensure that you have the necessary workers that you need at the time that you need them. So selection of appropriate labor is important, and based on what I have here, let me just read. Since Orville Electrical Services is a small business, it will only need a manager, a secretary, a supervisor, 2 field electricians, one experience and the other an apprentice and a janitor. So in a case like this, since it's a small business, you just need a supervisor. You don't need more than one supervisor. You need two electricians at least. You need somebody who is experienced, somebody who knows what they are doing, and you also need probably somebody who is inexperienced. If the business is a larger business, you may need more electrician, but as I said, it's a small business, so that is why you have one experienced electrician and one that is an apprentice, and then you have a janitor. Because you have a location, you need somebody to keep the surrounding area clean, so that is the reason why you would want a janitor. So these are the persons, the minimum amount of persons that you would need for your labor, and this is for the selection of labor in this area of the business plan. Now the next part of the business plan is the source of fixed and working capital. Now, source of fixed and working capital means that where are you going to get money to start up this business? So you need money to start up the business. Where are you going to get it? You can basically get the money from your personal account, money that you have. You can get the money from the bank, meaning that you borrow it from the bank, or you can borrow money from friends or family members. Let me just read what is here. In order to start up the business of Orville's Electrical Services, funding will be sourced from Orville's Brown personal account and also from commercial banks. If necessary, funding can also be sought from friends and family. So wherever you're going to get the funds to start up the business, that is the purpose of the source of fixed and working capital. So this part is just for funding and to find out where you're going to get the funding to start up your business. Other part of the business plan is the role of the entrepreneur. Now, as a person starting a business, you are an entrepreneur. So what is your role as an entrepreneur? Now, the first thing, as an entrepreneur, you're going to find services that you know customers would want, and you will provide those services in the field of electrical that you're working in. So in the case, based on what I have here, as an entrepreneur, it is necessary to seek scarce resources in the field of electrical needed by the customers to fulfill a demand and to ensure that the customers receive a specific service they require. So whatever service that is required by the customer, you will ensure that this customer get that particular service, and you ensure that you provide the exact services that are needed. And as you grow the business, you may need to provide more and more services, but in a case where you have just a small plan working on, you just provide the service that are necessary at the time. Now, as a small business that you're starting out, you need to know the type of service that you will offer. So this is another part of the small business plan, type of service offered. Let me read what we have here. It says the type of service offered by Orvis Electrical Services is to install and maintain electrical systems in homes, offices, and industries. Now, it mentioned three things there: homes, office, and industries. But these three things covers a lot, because homes, there's a lot of homes out there requiring a lot of different electrical services to install plugs, light, switches, install washing machine, install computer systems, install all sort of different things in the home. So even though it says home, it covers a lot of things. In the offices, it also covers a lot of things, like you need printers in an office, you need computer system in an office, you may need laminating machines, all sorts of electrical services that is required in an office, not just a small office but also large offices as well. You may need to do those. So the type of service, these are the type of service. Industries, industry is a very large electrical thing. So you have a lot of different things that you can do in industry. It's not just to install lights and plugs, but remember you have motors and machines and equipment and those things, which uses a lot of power. So even though we have three things here, homes, office, and industries, it covers a lot. So the service that Orvis Electrical services offered are services required by homes, office, and industries in electrical. All right.